Alright, welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel. We got a summary of our field study events last time, although I don't think the chapter is over just yet. And we got some revelations about Elisa's family and the conflict, internal struggle, family issues, and whatnot. And it looks like Reen and Elisa are getting closer, almost boyfriend-girlfriend level, it seems like. But now we've got something else is happening now, we're not quite sure. So, let's continue with this. Okay, 0255 hours, shift's almost over. No sign of anything suspicious or anything at all, really. Why do we even do this every day? You do know what the point of having a sentry is, right? Oh, hey, you're early. But, come on now, you gotta get where I'm coming from, at least a little. I could understand if we were posted near Crossbell, but who's gonna start a war out here in the boondocks? You never know, right? Perhaps the fact that you never expect it would make it the perfect place to start a war. Besides, Lieutenant General Zex says we need to stay on alert, and he knows the situation better than we do. The Lieutenant General's a great man, yeah. But what are those big shots from the 3rd Armored Division doing stationed in some backwater place like this anyway? You think that rumor's true? That he got posted here because he wouldn't help the Blood and Iron Chancellor? Watch what you say. That kind of idle gossiping is how rumors get wings. Fine, fine, fine. Such a killjoy. Anyway, you got things covered here? I want to get some sleep. Got a few minutes left on my shift, but you're here, and hey, who's counting? Honestly? Wait, what was that? What the? What happened? Did they just get shelled? Who had the order to attack? No one. I've heard nothing of the sort. Zendergate needs to know about the... What the... No way. An enemy attack? Where is it coming from? No. Oh. I don't think they survived that one. I was surprised they survived the first hit. Well, it's a little unfortunate, but we will save. Save here. Field study day 3. Same day at 6:30 in the morning, I guess. So would they not have heard the noise though from the attack? That was a great meal. I don't think I could eat another bite. After how much we ate yesterday, I'm surprised we were still able to pack away this much food. Well, you're all growing boys and girls, so eat up. Riding takes a lot of energy, so I'd say eating like this is normal after a day out on the plains. Would anyone like more? I should probably refrain. If there's any chicken left, we can wrap it in bamboo and take it with us. Who knows, we might need something to gnaw on while we're out there today. Okay. Let me help too. I'll pour the leftover tea into some containers for you too. Ah, thanks. You really are too kind. You're our guests? What kind of hosts would we be if we didn't treat you as such? Anyway, here's the grand list of the tasks you'll be tending to today. What? 3 days? What? This field study is not fair. Day 2, but we did morning and... Okay, well we only have 1, so... A large unknown monster has been seen around the northern part of the highlands and must be exterminated at all costs. So the southwest area of the northern highlands near Cliff Edge. Okay. I figured it couldn't hurt to give you fewer than yesterday. Feel free to take advantage of the extra time to do whatever strikes your fancy. Maybe go off the beaten path a bit. Understood. Thank you again for everything. Do you want to spend some more time with your grandfather today, Elisa? It sounds like you weren't able to spend much time with him yesterday. Gwyn stayed in the Elder's home yesterday, right? I imagine he ought to be up and about soon. We'd have no objections to completing this morning's task without you, if you wish to spend more time with him. But... Lakin, are you there? Elder, yes, I'm here. Oh, good morning. My grandfather? Norton? Good morning, everyone. Sorry to intrude. Judging by the looks on your faces, it seems not all is well. I'm afraid you're right. We received word from Zender Gate just a short while ago. It seems the Imperial Army's watchtower has been attacked. What? It sounds like it happened in the middle of the night. And that's not the least of it either. Apparently, the Republican Army's base has been attacked too. This isn't going to be pretty. An hour and a half later. Airborne Armor Division being sent out first as always, I see. I suppose it's only a matter of time before they give the order to the armored regiments too. Lieutenant General, we've confirmed the deaths of 2 of our guards. A further 3 have sustained serious injuries, but we've been able to stabilize their condition. I see. Have the medics see to them the second they arrive. Yes, sir. Contact Zender Gate. Prepare the 3rd Armored Division for deployment. I want all armored vehicles ready to move before I return. Okay, another hour and a half later. Hey, you sure you don't need us to help? I appreciate your willingness, but we'll be fine. We're used to the procedures for moving the settlement in case of an emergency. The same goes for you, Gaius. I assume you'll be heading to Zender Gate to learn more about the current situation from Lieutenant General Zex. Not as a citizen of Nord, but as a student of Thor's military academy. I will. Will you be staying here, Grandfather? I will. I can use the truck after all. And since I was here anyway, I might as well do what I can to get the settlement ready to move. Alright, please take care of yourself. I'm sorry, Elder Lakin. I feel terrible that I can't help you when you need it most. You have your own job to do, there's no need to worry about us. May the blessing of the winds and the goddess be with you all. Take care. We will. We must make for Zender Gate at once. Indeed. We need to find out as much as we can about what happened. So Norton is in our party. Northern reaches of the Nord Highlands are temporary and inaccessible. What? That means we can't slay that monster then. I don't know if this is a required one or an optional one. But we can't do it right now. So it's inaccessible. So we have to go to the south. Although we have... What? It's not a required task. Giant stone. Southwestern area of the Northern Highlands. Yeah, but we can't go there just yet. So... Look, I don't think it'll let us go out the northern exit. Yeah. Alright, so we gotta go to the south. At least something finally happened. I mean, this... I'm not gonna lie, this has been really, really boring field study so far. Until now, so things are happening. So we'll see how all this stuff plays out. I'm really sorry to put you guys up to this, but you already helped me out more than enough yesterday. No problem, don't sweat it. This must be the kind of breaking news every press cameraman dreams of being on the scene for. Still, it bothers me. How is it possible that both the Imperial and Republican bases were attacked at the same time? Do you think one attacked first and the other swiftly retaliated? No time to think about that right now. We need to hurry. We need to get to Zender Gate as fast as we can. Right. Oh, don't write too roughly. Gaius is awfully quiet. Although surprisingly though, this field study I thought was going to be more focused around Gaius, but it seems to be mostly focused around Elisa, so...
Yeah!
So where are we going exactly? Right to Zender Gate? Yeah. So we got a little bit to ride then. And all of our craft points look pretty good, so we've got all of our S-brakes ready. Yep, we're going the right way. We need to stick to the right on this side of this cliff. And then just make all the way down to the gate there in the distance.
That's one of the Imperial Army's airships.
Where?
This situation is looking worse by the minute.
Oh, there it is.
We need to hurry.
Yeah!
This horse has an interesting running animation, not gonna lie.
Those are armored cars from the Imperial Army.
Damn, this isn't looking good.
Looks like the Imperial Army's 3rd Armored Division. And it appears they're preparing for deployment. Thanks, everyone. Let me go see if I can get permission to start taking photographs. I wonder where Lieutenant General Zex could be. We need to find him so he can tell us what's going on here. I suspected you might show up. Lieutenant General, did you have some business to attend to elsewhere, sir? I thought I'd conduct another sweep of the area as a precaution. But never mind that now. You came at the perfect time. A freight train bound for Roer departs 30 minutes from now. I want you all on board that train, finish up your field study as quickly as you can and return to the academy. What? But sir... While things ultimately depend on the actions of the Republican Army, the bottom line is that we may be mere hours away from armored conflict with the Calvard Republic. I've already informed everyone in the settlement. Did they not relay that message to you? Be that as that may, we can't just turn tail and pretend none of this is happening. Lieutenant General? Have you established which side attacked first? Gaius? That's the central question here. It's still under investigation. You have my assurance that the Imperial Army did not attack. We did not make the first move, nor have we retaliated. However, our army's watchtower was destroyed and several guards lost their lives. As the officer in charge of Zender Gate, I have a duty to act. So there really were fatalities. Let's presume, for the sake of argument, that the damage sustained by the Republican Army's base was in fact deliberate sabotage by their own forces. How bad was the damage? Several of their facilities suffered major structural damage. Their losses appear to be, at minimum, equal to ours. Honestly, I'd estimate them to be far greater. But if they suffered even more damage than we did, that doesn't make any sense. I'm afraid we've long since passed the point where leisurely discussing our possibilities was an option. I will do all I can to avoid full-scale war, but we're preparing for the possibility of armed conflict. And I suspect they are as well. But that just seems so wrong. Huh. If that's your opinion, Lieutenant General, will you at least allow me the chance to investigate what happened on my own? Gaius? Investigate on our own? I'm sure you're aware, I know the Highlands like the back of my hand. And when someone attempts to threaten the peace of my homeland, I won't rest until I've unearthed the truth about what's happening. You're serious? We'll do everything we can to help you. I think this falls within the scope of our field study, too. No, wait. This is for the people of Nord's problem. There's no reason for all of you to stay here and risk getting caught in the crossfire. A classmate and a friend is staying behind. Isn't that reason enough? I am son of the House Alberia. Am a son. I would never disgrace the honor of my family name by fleeing in the face of danger. Besides, it seems like your people have done a lot for my grandfather. Gaius, do you remember what you said to us back at Heimdall Station? The most important thing is that we all come back safe and sound. Everything else is secondary. It appears you've lost this one, Gaius. Lieutenant General, It's currently 10:05. I permit you until 12:30 to conduct your investigation. I will do everything in my power to postpone any possible potential conflict until then, at least. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Then we haven't a moment to waste. We should begin by visiting the watchtower that was attacked. That sounds like a good place to start. Thank you. Really, I appreciate it more than you know. It's no big deal, honestly. I agree with Elisa. We're classmates after all. And more than that, we're friends. Well, this is clearly of great importance to you. I know you want to protect your people, but that's not the only reason you're doing this, is it? You got me. It ties back to why I accepted the Lieutenant General's recommendation to enter the Academy, too. I'm sure each of you feels the same about your own homes, but I love this land with all my heart. The wind racing across the highlands, the vast mountain peaks, the clear blue of the sky, the breathtaking beauty of the rising sun, the melancholy of the sunset, the twinkling of the stars in the twilight. I love everything about this land of Nord. It's a part of who I am. Wow, I guess it hadn't sunk in how much Nord means to you. I'm certainly attached to Roar, but I can't think of anyone else who would state their love for their homeland so poetically. If you love it so much, why did you leave it behind? If you truly love Nord, if Nord is such a part of you, what is it that drove you to enroll in a military academy in a foreign land so far away? I'm not surprised you'd find it strange. To be honest, I'm still not totally sure what compelled me to do it. Back when I was a kid, the Republican Army built a base in the Eastern Plains, and the Imperial Army responded in kind with their watchtower. It made me more uneasy with every passing year. Years ago, a traveling priest from the Septian Church taught me all about the history of the continent. One thing that stood out to me was just how many lives had been lost during the conflicts between the major powers. Another major theme was just how profound of an impact the Orbital Revolution had on people's lives. Even the concepts of time and distance have changed so much. In effect, the Orbital Revolution shrunk the world. It made me realize a sad truth, one that kind of scares me even now, that there was no guarantee my homeland could stay at peace forever. That one day, it might be drawn into outsiders' conflicts and be occupied and redistributed into the oblivion. I can't believe you were thinking about such weighty things even as a kid. So then, you joined the academy in order to learn more about the outside world that posed a threat to your homeland? Yeah, something along those lines. When I realized how afraid I was, I knew I couldn't close my eyes. I wanted to do something, anything, to protect this land. As luck would have it, I met the Lieutenant General. He's the one who told me about Thor's military academy. And one thing led to another. He offered me a recommendation, and before I knew it, I took him up on his offer. So there I was, green as the grass, heading off to study abroad despite having no clue what life in the Empire was like. Thinking back on how it all came together, what you said is probably what I was thinking back then. Honestly. I have yet to hear a student offer a more galvanizing reason than yours for enrolling at the academy. I have to agree. I don't know too many people who love their home so much that they'd leave it behind to find a way to protect it. It's not a sentiment I can imagine many Erebonians feeling, that's for sure. But I think I finally understand. Lisa. Oh, just an idle thought. But having heard Gaius pour out his heart to us, there's no way we can just walk away from this. Not after the people of Nord gave us such a warm welcome and treated us like family. Indeed, I couldn't have asked for more. Agreed. We'll get to the bottom of what's going on here and stop war from breaking out. Nord may not be our home, but it's still an important neighbor. I'll do what I can to aid you. Thanks, all of you. Really, thank you. That's pretty toasted. You can see the shell damage everywhere. It's even worse than I'd feared. They've confirmed casualties too. I didn't think I'd ever have to see anything like this. As students at a military academy, things like this are always within the realm of possibility. Although I hardly expected my first sight of such devastation to be the spark that ignites war with Calvard. This may be too much for students like us to handle. No, we've all been in situations that looked impossible before, haven't we? And every time we've come through. We just have to stay calm and think. I'm sure we can do something here too. You're right. True, we should focus on doing what we can. Whatever we decide to do, we need to get a better grasp of the situation. Yeah, let's find out who's in charge and get their permission to start an investigation. I see. If Lieutenant General Zex has given you his permission, I see no reason to refuse. Thank you. However, I want to make it clear that armed conflict with Calvard could begin at any moment. We've got our hands full staying on guard for any potential threat from the east. I'll permit you to speak with the soldiers here, but don't get in the way of them doing their duties. Understood. Okay, let's get started. We should start by speaking with the soldiers and assessing the damage. That seems wise. When we've gathered all the information we need, we can start piecing it together. Right, let's go. Okay. And with that, I think we'll take a break here. Next time we'll start with the interrogation. Looks like we've got 4 soldiers we have to talk to. But things seem to be getting a little interesting now, at least. So until next time, thanks for watching.